evening and welcome to the Nurse Maggie YouTube channel. It's another week. The days are going on so fast, I cannot believe it. Anyway, I'm happy to be here. I'm always excited to be able to summarize the information that I've been able to gather for any given topic and to be able to share that with my viewers. So welcome to my channel. I'm going to be starting a new series today, and that will be a series on health management as a part of holistic health. Let me be clear, I said it is going to be a series on health management as an item that falls under holistic health. I know my title, YouTube catchphrase says something about weight loss, and actually I use that on purpose, but weight loss is a term that I usually refuse to be fixated on because of the connotation, because of the way that it has been idolized, because of the way that it has been used to bully, because it has been used to degrade, because it has been used to measure the worth of certain persons or people. I have with time developed a dislike for the word weight loss. So I'd rather talk about a healthy weight. I'd rather talk about health management, healthy weight management, because I know the importance for us to be able to manage our weight and to keep it in the healthy spectrum. So I work on that premise. I observe that premise of it without accepting the idolization part of weight loss. So welcome to my channel. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to everyone that takes out the time to view my content. I hope that it is helpful, it is good and undiluted information that I'm able to pass through, and I'm hoping that you're sharing with friends on the things that we have been able to share up to this point. So we will jump right into this topic. This is a heated topic. This is a sensitive topic to many people, not too sensitive to me. Not because I have not had to struggle with my weight. Actually, let me throw back a little bit. I grew up as most young ladies in very good shape. Growing up, I remember a lot of people, classmates, I have trouble with. It was easy for somebody to say, I'm gonna break you because I was that tiny, or my clavicles, these bones right here used to poke out. And I got to the age of 18. I had my son at the age of 18, and my body snapped back together. Everything was like, sincerely, if I did not tell you I had a child, there was no way you could tell I had a child. So because of that, as many other young ladies I've had to meet and talk with of recent years, because of that, I thought I was no one that was susceptible to gaining weight. I just could not see it, you know. But later on in life, when I was hitting 30, 31, 32, I noticed that I gained a little weight, but still I was okay. I didn't bother about it. And I remember my brother used to say to me, like, you need to watch your weight first thing, because you're eating all the wrong things. I used to work at a shop at that time. He had a pizza shop in Baltimore, USA. So he used to tell me, you need to watch your weight. You're eating the wrong things. Secondly, I would like for you to promise me that you're never going to work night shift, maybe until you get married, because I need you to be looking good just as you are right now until you get married. And I dismissed all that. And he went to teaching me how 6 o'clock, 6:30 is cutoff time for food. If you're very hungry, get an apple and all those things. Everything he said to me, I put it in the trash because I knew that there was no way this girl could gain weight. But as with everybody, most people, in most cases, the weight creeps up very slowly, and you really don't notice. You notice that maybe you are a size 8, and a year or two down the road, now you are a size 10, and you ignore it. You're like, oh, size 10 is still good. I still look good. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll lose it in no time. Before you know it, you are a size 14. Okay, it catches your attention, but you're like, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it tomorrow. And then if you do not control it, you would catch yourself just increasing the sizes of the clothes you wear. And most times, by the time we get to the realization of what is going on, it is already too much work to be able to undo the damage that we have done to ourselves. I would say the damage we've done to ourselves to a greater extent, because there is a degree of that damage that is not under our control. Although when we go through this, we're going to see how you can tweak certain things to make those factors work to your advantage. So, in no way am I doing this series to say that I'm already an expert at it. In no way am I doing this series because I already completed the journey. I'm doing this series because it is a journey that never gets to the end. You lose weight, you get to your goal weight, you get you relax, you're laid back, and the weight comes back. So there is no expiration date, there is no completion date, there is no I'm done, I'm there, it is finished. So because of that factor, weight management, healthy weight management is supposed to be a lifestyle. It's supposed to be something that we carefully tailor to fit our lives at any given moment. Okay? At any given moment, because when life changes, for example, when you move from one place to another, when you change careers or workplace, when you switch friends, when you change friends, with many other factors that might change in our lives, these things would affect our healthy weight management process. So at any point that we have a major change, we're supposed to rework, we're supposed to re-examine that particular situation and see how we can be able to fit in the factors that help us to be healthy weight-wise. All right. So before we get to the board, I want us to look at the things that we definitely do not want to do when we're talking about a healthy weight management. The very first thing that I would like for my viewers to note down would be that we would not idolize it. We are not going to be obsessed by our weight. We are not going to accept the dictates of the society on how we think, how we look, and how we judge our weight gain or our weight loss. We are going to stand mostly on research, on health benefits, on personal benefits to be able to do this journey. It is an individual thing. It is not something for the community. It is not something for your friends or families to have a great say about it. That is the first thing. So we will not idolize it. We will not think about it at night, wake up thinking about it, think about it in the afternoon. We will not cry because we ate a chocolate bar. We are not going to do none of that. That is when an individual starts getting obsessed about it. We're not going to do that. I'm a psychiatric nurse. I do not do those type of obsessions. I draw my lines. I determine the things that are good for me with much research and thinking, like it is a purposeful decision and a purposeful determination on those things that are good for me, and I shut out a lot of noises and voices that are not necessary. So that is the first thing I want us to note. The second thing that I want us to note would be that in life, when you face a challenge, it is usually good, it is usually best to learn from somebody who has or is going through the same process but might be a few steps ahead. I say that because we have some people that I have watched in the past who would be talking, for example, about skincare, and sincerely they are just blessed with good skin. They are just blessed with good skin. I've seen a lot of people with good skin who have not done anything to merit it. They haven't done anything. It's just that their genetics favored them that way. The same thing with weight loss. You will see a lot of people teaching about, oh, weight loss, maintaining this, that, eat this, don't eat that. They haven't been through that journey. So for all purposes and intent, they really do not understand the journey of people who struggle with their weight. So please, if you're going to learn about how to advance with weight loss, do not learn it from somebody who does not know what the challenge is about. Okay? So let's talk about the do's. What are the things that we want to do? Today, I'm not going to get into the core of our video. This is an introduction. As with everything, we have to get a right mindset. We have to get a good perspective. We have to get ourselves ready. You don't just get up and start running a marathon without first mentally getting into the place before even starting to prepare for the marathon. It starts in the mind. You need to put your mind in the right place and sort out through all your reasons and purposes and see which of them are priorities and get your mindset in the right place, again, with your priorities before you even jump into the journey. So this is the groundwork I'm trying to lay down. The do's, when we're talking about what we're going to do, the first thing I would like for us to do as we begin this, I think it's going to be a 4-part or 5-part series. The first thing I'd like to do is to understand that with any successful journey, time has to be invested. So invest the time to self-educate. The things that I'm going to be sharing during this series are things that I've learned first as a nurse, but most importantly, even before I became a nurse, there are certain things that I will share that are things that I have tried. Okay, I have tried these things, and from my experiences, let me be your guinea pig. Let me be your guinea pig who takes down notes, your guinea pig who knows how to collect data and sort through the thousands and thousands and thousands of information that we're bombarded with. I have done this thing for years now. I've been going back and forth with maintaining my weight in a healthy place. So I also have that experience on my side. So take the time to educate yourself, to self-educate, okay? The second thing I would like for us to do during this time is to define the purpose. What is the purpose of us wanting to do this weight loss journey, to even be talking about or watching or learning about healthy weight management? What is the purpose? We need to define what the purpose is. And I tell you again, if your purpose is to impress, if your purpose has a deadline, like some people, when they have a wedding coming up, they would want to use the 4 or 5 months to be able to fit into that one dress for the wedding. When we have that type of purpose that is that short-lived, it's bound to fail. Because with weight loss, as I said, with healthy weight management, there is no time limit, there is no expiration date, there is no finish line. It's supposed to be a lifestyle choice. So please take the time before the next video and determine what your purpose is. Is your purpose to make sure that you remain healthy? From our young viewers, our healthy viewers, healthy weight viewers? Is the purpose to be able to maintain that weight so you're not in the position in which I find myself? So define the purpose and search through your mind, search through your emotions to make sure that this purpose is tied to you, what you feel inside. Don't let it be tied to anybody, your family, your friends, your workplace. You want to fit, don't let it be that. Okay? Let it be tied to you, to what you feel inside. The third thing that I want us to know is that we are bound to be patient. I can guarantee you that the people who struggle with healthy weight management, the people who suffer with yo-yo weight loss and weight gain, are all characterized as impatient people. Yeah, this is one of them, okay? Patience is going to be, I think, the last thing I learn on earth before I die. By the grace of God, we've been working on patience for years. It's much more better now, but we're still not at that point. Okay? So the people who do yo-yo weight loss and other, it's a lot of impatience. We start a process, and before we see the results, before we get to a point that is encouraging, we give up. Okay, we're already tired and we're trying to start something else. We're trying to try a new thing we heard about without even researching, and we're just going around. It's like a vicious circle, okay? So the mess that we did, imagine you cannot just, maybe you have been struggling with your weight for the last 10 years. Um, there is no way you're going to undo that mess in a matter of 6 months. There is no way that's going to happen. It's a mess that was accumulated for 10 years. Okay? There is no way. So, we have to find a way to encourage ourselves to be persistent with the little results and not be tempted to give up. Because most of us, again, with this problem are people who give up too quickly. We give up too fast. We get bored. We lost our faith in the process. And we're ready to try something else. We start looking and asking for quick fixes. With healthy weight management does not work with quick fixes. Then the last thing I would want for us to do during this time would be to say no to diets. Oh, I hate that word. I remember some years back, Herbalife, there's a time I bought a Herbalife package, and I didn't take those pills for more than a week. I think I took them for like 3 days. Huge pills. They look like pills for HIV, very big pills. And I took it for like 3 days, and one day I was like, I took it, I looked in one of the capsules, I was like, really, are you crazy? Do you even know what is in here? How do you trust these people so much? Okay, without getting into the pill section, because that is going to be a video of its own. These people could have put anything in. You could be even taking weed in the pill without knowing it. You just notice that your energy is up, you're losing weight and stuff like that, or your bowels are moving, and it's all those benefits. Do you really know what is in those pills? Are you sure? The FDA in the US, are you sure that whatever governmental regulations in the place you find yourself, are you sure they actually inspecting to make sure that the listed ingredients is what is in there? I'm not being paranoid. I'm not being paranoid. That is how greedy and selfish our world has become. So we're not going to do diets. And then there's another time I did a subscription service for delivered food. You know, this is so funny. And I used to receive the package. It was, I think, once every month or something like that, with powdery drinks and pre-packaged meals. I just have to toss it in the microwave and the food is ready. And I was living with my brother in the US at that time, and the package came at his doorstep, and I took it the first day he was home. I heated my package. It was one sausage patty and mashed potatoes, corn and mashed potatoes and gravy corn. I think that was all that was in there. And they were eating fufu and eru. And my brother, when I sat there, I was struggling to eat before their meal was ready because I didn't want the temptation of being hungry to eat their food. So I sat there eating so fast, and my brother was like, bon appetit for your fufu. I was laughing, I laughed. I ate that thing, I was so hungry. I sat there, I drank water. I couldn't take it. I went and took a saucer and served myself a little eru and fufu, and I added it on top, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to do it this way. These people don't understand that I'm African, and this food cannot sustain me because we eat heavy foods. So what I'm going to do is, I will be substituting their food with a little bit of African food to be able to go with the program. Needless to say that I didn't eat that food for a whole maybe 2 weeks. The rest of it was there, and I switched back and I was eating like every other person. So I do not do diets. I have something that it's like a mantra. When I see food, I want to eat something, I tell everybody, I ask a question. If I refuse, for example, white rice, if I say, okay, I'm not going to eat white rice because it makes me gain weight, and you can already tell, we've not gone to the nutrition part, but you can tell that carbohydrates is my big thing. That is what really, really dampens my efforts to get into a healthy weight place. So if I say I'm not going to eat rice, and I'm going to live for 75 years, 80 years, 85, 90 years, maybe 100 years, at what point am I going to give up on that decision? Am I going to eat rice before that point? Or I'm going to live my entire life without eating rice? What do you think? Already you know it. You know it's not going to work. And if at the 5 years from now I'm going to eat rice, guess what? I'm going to be eating rice now. I will do my best to manage the quantity, but I would not do a diet. There is nothing I will tell you that I do not eat. I eat everything if I like it. Okay? I've not tried sushi yet because I cannot get myself to eat raw fish and raw meat. But that is because of the taste. But anything diet-wise, I would eat it. Anything diet-wise, if I like it, I would drink it. Okay? I will eat when I'm hungry. I do not starve myself. But again, we'll get to the point where we have to be disciplined. We have to put some control into what we do. So please, no dieting. No dieting. It is unhealthy. We have seen people who have done so much dieting. I was telling a friend 2 days ago, we saw one lady in Berlin. It's a lady that we know very well, not very well, we've known in the past. And she was skinny, no fat. You could see some few muscles and her bones, but she looked so haggard. She looked like, oh my goodness, like she was sick or something. Dieting is so unhealthy. It is so unhealthy for you not to get your supposed nutrients. It is unhealthy for you not to be able to get the energy and to get that life in you. Okay, why do you want to be slim and weighing less when it looks like the life left you? So we're not going to do dieting. It's unhealthy, it's unrealistic, and it is an obsession. It is an obsession. That is why you see people, so some people, to put a piece of chocolate in their mouth, they will do this, they do this, and all that. It is an obsession. Chocolate is nice. Put it in your mouth, enjoy it, okay, and be grateful about it. So we're not going to get obsessed about it, please. All right. So let's talk about why healthy weight management. Why are we even talking about it? The very first reason we're talking about it is that is because of reduced risk of health complications. Reduced risk of health complications. I might mention some of them. We all know that health complications come with massive weight gain. The BMI, when your BMI is above a certain point, you have that risk of developing complications like we all know diabetes, hypertension, we know about cholesterol, but do we also know that our whole system is linked together? One thing leads to another. Diabetes would affect our kidneys, okay? It would affect our arteries. Most times diabetic patients become hypertensive. Most times hypertensive patients become diabetics. with time if they do not take action. So our whole system is so linked together that one thing not working may affect another. What about some cancers? And there is increased incidence with excessive weight gain and stuff like that. So that is one reason why we're even talking about a healthy weight management. Second reason why we're talking about a healthy weight management, more mental, physical, and emotional benefits. I'm sorry, my board does not look, because I'm doing a selfie video. So my writing is kind of backwards to you, my audience. I'm sorry about that. I would see, I don't know how I can write backwards, but next time I might try. My writing is already like that of a doctor, although I'm not a doctor, but I would see it might be worse if I'm writing backwards, but forgive me about that. Trust that I'm reading it well. Mental health, okay? The effects of excessive weight gain on our mental health. Does it bring us depression? The answer is yes, without going too deep or further. It could lead to depression because of societal pressures, because of self-esteem issues and things like that. Physically, it has a lot to do, okay? And emotionally too. The hormones even in our bodies are not the same at every weight point. Sometimes, not sometimes, with excessive weight gain, our hormones change. We have hormonal changes. When we lose weight to a point, we have hormonal changes. So those things, and then down here I said less aches and limitations. Okay, when I gain weight to a certain point, it's so easy for me to know without climbing on the scale. I start have certain aches. My left shoulder sometimes will start aching. Most of it is from weight gain, because the minute I start exercising and eating right and paying attention, the pain disappears. A lot of people suffer knee pain, and just too many, it's not only even about carrying that weight, but it's so many things that are compressed, things are not working well, and you're just in a state of aching and malaise, unease. Okay, and then you have limitations like you need to fly, you need to pay maybe a double seat, or even if you're paying one seat, or even if you're just using one seat, the person by you might be angry, acting out, passive aggression and things like that. Amusement parks, you want to have fun, you want to run with your grandkids or your kids or your friends, they're going for hiking, they're going for bike rides and things like that, So those are the limitations I'm talking about. Why it is important for us to maintain a healthy weight. Okay. Better fit for clothes. Personally, that is one of my most important, apart from the first, avoiding health complications. Better fit for your clothes. And I will add that with financial savings. So better fit for clothes, financial savings. I have the clothes I have right now. I'm intending to wear those clothes until I turn 75, 80. I don't have plan to replace my clothes because it's not that important for me to be replacing clothes. I have other things I want to do with money other than that. So that is a way, for me, it is a matter of saving that money. And frankly, I like the clothes I have right now. I could wear this for the next 10, 15, 20 years. I don't have any problem with it. If it's not torn, and it's not faded, like real faded, I don't have no issues. I don't get tired of my clothes. I think they look good. I enjoy wearing the same thing year in, year out. I actually do think that old clothes fit better. I think the age taking the shape of your body, don't bother about it. That is my world. So financial savings, no excessive sick days. Okay, when you're sick, you're absent from work. Maybe you're an agency worker, they pay you upon work, or you've taken off so much time for sick days. You suspended, you laid off your job and stuff like that. And less medications and maybe no medications. All these things and many others, and even shoe sizes. When I used to be really tiny, I used to wear a size 10. Right now, I wear 11. And when my weight starts reaching a certain point, 11 starts feeling like it's getting tight, especially if it's on heels. It starts becoming difficult for me to fit an 11. So all those things, those are the downsides of gaining excessive weight, of being out of a healthy weight point. So those are the reasons I could come up. There are other reasons, but these are a few important reasons why we are even having this discussion. Now, what is the plan? Today is the introduction. By God's grace, next week we'll be talking about hydration. Hydration is the very first point I'm going to talk about. Even before dieting, we'll look into that. After hydration, we'll talk about diet and dieting, and then we'll get to talk about exercising, and then we'll get into hormonal influences. This is deep. I hope you're able to watch and to get to this point, to be able to have a better understanding. Weight loss, a lot of us have not succeeded because we focus a lot on diet, exercise, We have not gained the understanding that our hormones, the hormones we produce, have a lot to do with our decisions on what we eat, on how we live, at what time we eat, and stuff like that. So hormonal influences is going to come, and after that we're going to talk about age and gender. Age and gender, that's very important. I generally do not discuss my age with people, my weight. Let me retake this. I do not discuss my weight generally. Okay, I give some room to family and close friends to talk about weight to me because I love them that way. If you're not close to me, you could make a comment, oh, you look like you lost some weight, or did you gain weight? It's okay. I'm not aggressive, I'll let that slide. But do not expect me to get into a weight discussion with you. I do not do that. Okay, it's so much energy that could be used for other things. I don't discuss my weight. So we're going to talk about age and gender. And as I was saying, if you're not even in my age range, it is completely out of place to be trying to have a weight discussion with me, because our bodies no longer function. Our bodies do not no longer. Our bodies do not function in the same way. So I was going to say that sometimes you see women my age sitting down and trying to see how this person eats fufu 3 times a day, and that person they are referring to is 10 years younger, and they expecting to have the same results. It's not going to be the same. Okay, our hormones are different at that point, so we don't have any common working ground. So we're going to talk about age and gender at the last point. Thank you for watching. To all those who usually ask me to enlighten them about healthy weight management, I'm glad this is an opportunity. Share it with your friends, share it, even people that are fit. Is better, they say a stitch in time saves 9. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. I took it for granted, and now, well, I have all this information to be able to share because I took it for granted. If I did not take it for granted when I was at a healthy weight, then I would not have all this knowledge too, because I would not sincerely have been disinterested in finding these things out. So stick with me, and we're going to go through this process. Share, please. The best way to help a YouTuber is to share their videos. That is the best help, to share their videos, to comment, to like. And for all those who are not subscribed yet, why not? Please do subscribe, and I appreciate your time. I appreciate your subscription. I appreciate your sharing, your liking. Thank you for being a viewer of my channel. Ciao, till next time. God bless you.